Presidenta,
Madam
Excelencias,
President,
Jefes de Estado,
Excellencies, Heads of State, Heads of Government,
y altos representantes
High
de los gobiernos del mundo.
representatives of the governments of the world.
Muy buenos días
Good morning
a todos y a todas.
to all of you.
En primer lugar,
First of all,
quiero invitarles
I would
con
like to
mucho
invite
respeto
you, very
a
respectfully,
quienes no hayan podido leer este libro,
to those who have not read
que lo
this book,
leamos.
to read it.
Noam Chomsky,
Noam Chomsky,
más prestigiosos
one of the most prestigious
de esta América y del mundo,
American and world intellectuals, Noam Chomsky, and this is one of his most recent books, Hegemony or Survival.
hegemonía o supervivencia,
Hegemony or Survival,
estrategia imperialista,
the imperialist strategy of the United States. It's an excellent book to help us understand what has been happening in the world throughout the 20th century and what's happening now, and the greatest threat looming over our planet. The hegemonistic pretentious of the American empire are placing at risk the very survival of the human species. We continue to warn you about this danger, and we appeal to the people of the United States and the world to halt this threat, which is like a sword hanging over our heads. The devil came here yesterday. Yesterday, the devil came here. Right here. Right here. And it smells of sulfur still today. This table that I am now standing in front of. Yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, from this rostrum, the President of the United States, the gentleman to whom I refer as the devil, came here, talking as if he owned the world. Truly, as the owner of the world. I think we could call a psychiatrist to analyze yesterday's statement made by the President of the United States. As the spokesman of imperialism, he came to share his nostrums, to try to preserve the current pattern of domination, exploitation, and pillage of the peoples of the world. An Alfred Hitchcock movie could use it as a scenario. I would even propose a title, The Devil's Recipe. The world tyrant's statement, cynical, hypocritical, full of this imperial hypocrisy from the need they have to control everything. They say they want to impose a democratic model, but that's their democratic model. It's the false democracy of elites, and I would say a very original democracy that's imposed by weapons and bombs and firing weapons. What a strange democracy. Aristoteles might not recognize it. The imperialists see extremists everywhere. It's not that we are extremists. It's that the world is waking up. It's waking up all over, and people are standing up. I have the feeling, dear world dictator, that you are going to live the rest of your days as a nightmare, because the rest of us are standing up. All those of us who are rising up against American imperialism, who are shouting for equality, for respect, for the sovereignty of nations. Yes, you can call us extremists, but we are rising up against the empire, against the model of domination. The President of the United States came to talk to the peoples of the world. He came to say, documents with me because This morning I was reading some statements, and I see that he talked to the people of Afghanistan, the people of Lebanon, the people of Iran. And he addressed all these peoples directly, and you can wonder, just as the President of the United States addresses those peoples of the world, what would those peoples of the world tell him if they were given the floor? What would they have to say? And I think I have some inkling of what the peoples of the South, the oppressed people, think. They would say, Yankee imperialist, go home. I think that is what those people would say if they were given the microphone and if they could speak with one voice to the American imperialists, to the American